Hey everyone, this is Deb Lehigh coming to you from her studio to Stampin' Hut, and I got about 2 minutes till 8 o'clock, so we'll wait till somebody can find us. But I am making, I'm going to show you how to make 3 different Easter baskets using our designer series paper and cardstock. And then I also have some that I did, but they're not quite finished. Okay, they're going to be the ones that I'm showing you, but in different DSP and cardstock. So give a couple minutes and then we'll get started. Hi, Linda. Okay, we're going to get started. It's 8 o'clock. Like I said, you have until the end of April to order anything out of our annual catalog and our mini catalog. And if you're not working with a current demonstrator, hi Gloria, welcome. If you're not working with a current demonstrator and would like to have a copy of these before they're gone, let me know, okay? Our, I think retirement list and our change of color or new ink colors are coming out tomorrow. So I'll keep you posted on that. So we're going to get started because it's going to be, I'm showing you 3 different Easter baskets. So we're going to get started with the small one, which is this one here. Whoops. This one here. Okay, and it uses a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. It's a very easy one. And I cut a strip of 1 inch by 6. And I folded it in half to make the handle. Now, excuse me, some people make it bigger, and I thought if we're using 6x6, why not keep it 6x6? It's a little short, but it works. So we're gonna get started. You're going to take your 6x6 piece of paper and I am using the DSP that is Country Gingham. Okay, it's in our annual catalog. And we are going to score this at 2 and 4. Whoop. Let me bring it down here so you can see. 2 and 4. You're going to turn it and you're going to do the same thing. 2 and 4. You don't want to press real hard because you're using DSP. You'll tear the paper. Okay? And then we'll get the handle and we'll score that at a 1/2 inch. And I'm using the fatter end of my stylus. So we're going to fold this over and go in folder. And we might as well put a little glue. I'm using my mono liquid glue. And it's a new one, so I shouldn't have any problem with it coming out tonight. And we're just going to put that down. I see it's not. I'm just going to trim that little piece off. It wasn't even here. So I'm just trimming that over edge there. Okay. Alright, we're going to set that aside, and we're going to work on this part. We're going to fold on all the score lines. Okay, and then you choose what side you want in or out, and I'm going to use this side as being out. You're going to come down here and you're just going to cut up to the first 2-inch score line, like so. Okay, you're going to have it like that. Then you're going to turn it around the opposite side, and you're going to cut up to the 2-inch score line. Okay, then I am going to get our retired punch to corner around round the corners of the 2 outer ones. Okay, you don't have to do this one, just the 2 outer ones. So and then we're gonna get our handle here, because we're gonna glue that too, and we're gonna take our bone folder and just curl it a little. Okay, set that aside. Now what you're gonna do is bring this end up here and this end up here. Now you can take your handle and you can put it in between here, and you can staple this or glue it. Okay, I am going to staple it. So what I'm going to do is put a little glue. In fact, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal and just put a little glue on both ends. That way when I go to staple it, it won't move. And I'm going to put that like this, and I should have put it on the other side. Sorry. I want it to stick to the paper, not... Okay. Let's try this again. Just going to put it down here. Okay. And I'm going to take so that the flat part of the staple is on the inside. So I'm just going to line this up and staple so that the rough part's on this side, because that is going to get covered up by these 2 outer edges. Okay, and then I have something to put on the side here so that'll cover all that. Got it? So then we're going to do the same thing over here. And I have it in the middle of the paper. And we're going to take... Oh, I think I'm out. Bummer. Oh, wait, I have another one somewhere. Hold on a minute. I have Stampin' Up one somewhere, a retired one. No, come on. just saw my other one and I can't find it. Oh well, we'll just not glue that one. Then you're going to take your glue and you're going to put it on this part here, okay, so that it's down. So we're just going to put like that, and then you're going to just bring that up, and you can bring it up as far as you want. And you're going to do the same thing over here, because you can make these a little bigger than what I'm doing. You can widen the part here. In other words, you can put it out this far if you want, like end to end there. But I like the overlapped look like that. So let's put some glue here. Bring that up. Some glue here. And up. Now, if you want, you could have put glue all the way down here. Okay. So, I took our 2-inch circles, punch, and punched it out of our basic white. Then I took the Playing in the Rain. I took that bunny, stamped it, colored it, and fussy cut it out. And I did this. This is actually balmy blue, bomby, you know what I mean, blue, and light smoky slate. And this is Flirty Flamingo light, and I just fussy cut. So we're just going to add glue to him. We're going to put him on the center of the circle, and same with this one. Okay, and then that's going to get right there. Now you can put them on dimensionals, or you can glue it. Now I just glue this one down, and I think that's all I'm going to do with that. That way it's going to hold everything together here. So we're just going to put it in the center, and we're just going to stick it down like so. Okay, flip it over, do the same thing. Then I have Happy Easter, which I'm going to put up here. And I am going to curl it a little with my bone folder. And we're going to put some glue on it. And we're just going to lay that on top of the handle. And there's our first basket. I didn't put Happy Easter on this one yet, but, and there's our first basket for tonight. Okay? So we're going to set them aside. And we're going to bring this one out. Now, a couple years ago, I had a class and we made these baskets, and they are actually made out of DSP, but I'm showing you one that's made out like this with the designer series paper and cardstock. Let me show you. This one is designer series paper, and I cut the handle wide. Why, I don't know, but this is actually a 1.5 inch, which should have been scored in half and folded like this. But this is all designer series paper. Okay, then here is another one that's using cardstock and designer series paper. And I have a tip for you as far as putting this together. This is designer series paper. This is actually the front and the back. This is the back of this paper. This here is the back of this. But this is all designer series paper. And it's pretty sturdy. So, okay. So let's get started making them. Paper here. I am using Highland Heather for my basket, and I chose this for the strips here. Okay, and you will need 6 of those, and I'll give you the measurements. I have everything cut and ready to go. So, move this out of the way. You will need a piece of cardstock. Put my lid on my glue here. It's 9 by 9. Okay, piece of cardstock or DSP, whichever you want to use. You're going to score at a 1/2 inch, 3, 6, 8.5. Okay, then you're going to turn it and do the same thing: a 1/2, a 3, a 6, 8.5. Okay. Now I got to think what we're doing here. You would think, after making all them, I have my instructions here, we cut away some of this pieces. Just give me a second. I hate to hold you up here. I don't want to give you the wrong instructions. Okay, so what you're going to do is, it doesn't matter which way you cut, but you're going to take off this little rectangle here. So you're going to cut up to that 3-inch score line there, okay? And you're going to cut that off. And you're going to do that over here on this side. Like so. Cut it off. Then you're going to turn it to the other side, the opposite side, and you're going to do the same thing. Okay, so it should look like that. All right, so then we are gonna score. I think we're gonna be cutting some more of them off, so. Okay, and then these the ones that we didn't cut off, they're gonna go this way and that way. Then, yeah, we're gonna cut up to this score line here, and this up to that one, and we're going to cut this off. And then this will get folded here. So you're going to do the same thing on this end too. Trust me, I was confused when I made this too, because the instructions I got didn't tell you to do this, but it's easier when it comes to putting the basket together. Okay. Alright, so we have that so far. These are folded in. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to cut up to this score line on the four corners. Okay, so then see, then it's going to go like this, and then this will go here, and then down. And I'm going to trim this a little more. I'm going to cut an angle on the outer ones. Only because it showed above the what you call it there. Let me see about this one. See, now that one needs it a little too. That one was better than the other one, so we'll cut a little off on the outer one. Okay. All right. So, like that, and down. Like that. Then when you put it together, it's going to look like that. But before we put together, we're going to put some tear and tape on here. And we're going to fold it like this for now. We're going to take our tear and tape. Let me straighten here. And it's going to go right under that score line. Okay, just like that. And you're going to do that on all four sides. When I did this, I didn't put this on until I had it together, and then I took one long strip of tear and tape and wrap it the whole way around, which is fine. And then the instructions that I got, you're supposed to put tear and tape on these flaps. Well, I did that, and I want to show you what happens. You see this here? It doesn't hold it. But with this one, I used our liquid glue, and it holds it much better. So we're going to use liquid glue on these when the time comes. So we'll press these down. You don't want to take the strips off yet. There's a reason why. We're going to put the box together now. So, get my liquid glue. And you're going to put glue on the four outer squares. Okay, then you're going to bring it up here and attach it together. Like so. And we'll do it for this one. Hi Tina, welcome. And just match up the ends. Oops. Like so. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to lay that down like that. Now you're going to take your 8 strips, and they are 9 inches by 3/4, and you're going to score them at 3 and 6. Okay? Then you're going to decide what side you want on the outside like this. Okay? And then you're going to just fold it up. I'm taking the stripes or the zigzag here as my outside. So I'm going to fold them all up. And like I said, you need 6 of them, 3/4 by 9. Thank you for sharing, Tina. You will also need a 3 by 3 piece of Designer Series paper, and I used the same one. This is from our Hostess pack, Daydream something, I think. I don't have it with me here. Yeah, I do. It's called, I should know, I use it all the time, Dandy Designs. Okay, so that will be the bottom like this here. Okay, so you're going to take one of these strips. Okay, you're going to put adhesive in the middle. Don't have to be a whole lot, just some to hold it. Okay, then you're going to lay it on the bottom, and you're going to leave a little space at the bottom like I did. Okay, and push that down. You don't want these glued. Then I went and did another one, and I'm going to put it up here at the top first. Okay, about the same distance from the bottom. Push it down. Then you're going to take your third one, and that will go in the middle. Okay, so that's what you should have right now. Like that. You're going to turn it this way, and then you're going to take your next one, and that is going to go down here about the same distance from the bottom. sorry, my dog's up, so he might run out. You wouldn't believe it, but I did have him out before I started. And then we're going to do the next one. And then the last one. And I'm going to put that down. Let me get this glue off my finger here. Okay. So now you have this like this. Okay. So what you're going to do now is take your sticky strip or your tearing tape and you're going to take it off. I can get my fingers to work. Then you're going to take the one tab and bring it up and put it on the sticky strip. And do the ends first and then the middle. And it gives you that outer, that oval bulge there. Okay? And then you're going to work around all four sides. And I'll tell you, once you put it on that sticky, that tearing tape, it's hard to get off. So just leave it there. It's you really don't notice it if it's not even. I don't think. Okay. So I have all my sides done. Okay. So then we're going to take our liquid glue and you're going to make sure you have it on the ends, okay? And then down here and up here, okay? Then you're going to fold it over like so. Then you're going to do the same thing all around. And like I said, this seems to be holding better than the tearing tape. So once the glue dries, lay down, Remy. And then the last. Gotta hold it a couple minutes, I guess, huh? It flies open. And then I just go around and press it down, make sure it's good and down. Then flip it over take this 3x3 piece of cardstock, and that's going to get laid right on top there to hide the crisscross. And you can put it on the opposite side, but I'll keep it the same. And line that up. And push that down. This is 9 inches by 1.5, and we scored it at 3/4. Okay, so let's just fold it in half. Put some glue on. This is the handle. Okay. Gonna get our bone folder and we're gonna curve it a little. And we're gonna put glue on the outside at the bottom on both ends. Now you could do the same thing like I did before as far as stapling it if you wanted. Okay, so we're gonna put it inside in the middle. We'll hold that a couple minutes. It was cold today, I thought. How about you guys? And this other side. And then the bunnies will just go right here on the edge. And I'm just gonna put a little glue right here. And we're gonna put him on. And on the other side. If you wanted, you could put one on each corner. You could put eggs on one side. I just did the bunnies. And then I have Happy Easter. And I'm going to give that a curl with my bone folder. Yes, Remy. I can't hold you now. And I'm going to just put that on the top of the handle. And we have our second Easter basket. Okay. Now for the last one, it's a little bigger one, and I have a smaller version of it. Get some of this stuff out of the way. But I kind of like the bigger version. I'm not quite done with it yet, but this is the bigger version. You flip it over. Now I had to take this one apart because I didn't write the instructions down. Thanks, Gloria. Yeah, it was cold and damp. It rained too. So anyway, I had to take it apart. That's why it's not even anymore, like this side. So we are going to use Coastal Cabana, 8.5 by 11. It takes one whole sheet of cardstock. Then you need your handle, and I made it 11 inches by 1, and a piece of DSP, and that's 3/4 by 11. Okay, And then I punched out two basic white circles, 2-inch, and I did two on the same DSP as the handle, so I'm not sure which one I want to use. And then I had these cute little bunnies that I've been playing with from the Easter Bunny, and I'm using this one. And I went and took the carrot and I cut his one side of his arm here on top and bottom and slid that carrot down in between. So let's get started and let me show you the measurements of this one. I get my scoreboard here. On the 8.5-inch side, okay, you're going to score it at 3 and 5.5, or yeah, 5.5. 3, 5.5. Okay, then you're going to turn it to the 11-inch side and you're going to score it at 1 a whole way down, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then you're coming to 7 and you're going to do 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's all scoring you need there. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we want to cut up on the 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, you're going to cut it up to the 3-inch mark. So, and you want to try to get in the middle of your score line, and you're going to go up to that first score line, okay, and you're going to do that on all 4 strips. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so we're going to come over here and do the same thing, just to the first score line. Now a lot of people score before cutting. I usually cut and then score. It's whatever you prefer. And then you're going to come to the other side and do the same thing. There should be no cut marks in the center, okay? You're just cutting up to the first score line. Some people use their cutter to cut. They like straight lines. Some say it's faster doing it that way. Okay, so then it's gonna look like this. Okay, and then we're going to score. So we're going to score this way. Okay, then do the same thing over here. Okay, then we're going to flip it and I had them all up at one time, but it's easier if you just do one at a time on these strips here, unless you can get them up at the same time and hold them. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. Told you he wants out. Last one. You can wait till I fold this. Then I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I have to leave you for a couple of minutes. Tough when you live by yourself with a dog. Okay, that's what it's going to look like when it's all flimsy like. I'll be right back. Oh, thanks, Linda. Yeah, I really like that set. Come on. Let's go. Now lay down. Be good. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is hold this up here. We're going to put glue on these outer strips, okay? So I'm going to use liquid glue. You could use the snail. And for tonight, for the quickness, I'm going to use our snail Stampin' Seal, I mean. And I'm just going to run it across the top of all four of them together like that, okay? And then I'm going to do that on this side too. Just lay them down. Take your snail or your Stampin' Seal and go across the top. I'm going to do the other side a while too, that way you don't have to sit and watch me do it again. Okay, and let's do these. I left Remy out and I smelt skunk, so it must be a skunk again in the neighborhood because I smelled him the other day. 3 o'clock in the morning, it woke me up. Okay, now what you're going to do is take your bottom one and bring it over, and you're just going to line these up, and this is going to be straight like so. And then you're going to take this one. Oh, I did that wrong. Hold on a minute, hon. Let me back up. You're going to do one, and then this one. You got to do one at a time. You don't want to do them together. Can you see what I'm doing? And then this one. And then this one is the top. And you want to kind of make sure it's even, straight across. You don't have to worry about what it looks like here because your circles will go on the front and cover that. So we're going to go over to this one. And we're going to do the same thing. And trust me, one side will look better than the other unless you're really fussy and have everything measured out. I think with it being scored here helps too. And there you have your basket. so far. Okay. So then we're going to take our handle, and I think I'm going to use the plaid side instead of this side because it's the same color and you don't really see it. So I'm going to use the plaid. So I'm just going to take my snail instead of the glue and go down, and that's going to go in the middle of the handle, end to end. Okay, then I'm taking the bone folder and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to curl it. Now you can put your handle this way, okay, or this way. And I'm going to do it this way because I am going to put it on the outside. You could put it on the inside between this flap here, like so. That would hold it too. I think that's what we'll do. We'll put it on the inside. So then I need some snail on each end. I keep calling it snail. I miss the snail. I have a good many refills yet. I stocked up before I realized they were, well, before I knew they were discontinuing it. So I stocked up on it. So I still got a good many of them. 2 drawerfuls. Plastic drawers. So I'm just putting that in this piece here that we attached the sides to. I'm just pushing it down in there and attaching it like so. So that is that. And then we're going to take our circles. Now I did 2 white and 2 designer series paper, so I thought what I could do is like offset it and then put our bunny on it, or just take the white one and do it that way, or just take that and put that. What do you guys think? That way? The white? Or we could offset it a little and put the bunny. Any suggestions? The offset one, Tina? Like that? Oh, the matching? Like that, or just the one? Yeah, I think I like the plaid, just the plaid too. Alright, that's what we're going to do. So, I'm taking and we're going to put it there. And see, it hides all that, putting that together like that. And then I'm going to put him on dimensionals. Get my dimensionals here. I have to admit, I cleaned out the 3rd floor for my granddaughter because they're up there and I still had some of my stamping stuff up there. You would not believe how many of these cases I found that we used to sell. I think I found like 4 or 5 packs of them. Alright, so we're going to put our bunny.